Garden Report is brought to you by Prize Picks and the Game Time app.
Hey, Buddy Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report pregame edition. We got a big one here at TD Garden. We're right outside TD Garden with Danny Emerman from the Mercury News. Warriors in town, so he's in town as well for a game that's between two good teams to start this year. And of course, two great players, Steph Curry, Jayson Tatum. No Jaylen Brown tonight. But all the talk pregame, all the discussion, and kind of the backdrop of the game is going to be Steve Kerr coming to coach here after sitting Jayson Tatum through most of the playoffs there. It's going to be a pretty rowdy atmosphere. Sure, there'll be some loud, almost Kyrie-esque boos, I'm predicting, for him here, but pregame when they announce him. But what are you expecting from the atmosphere? What are you expecting from the game?
Yeah, I'm expecting quite a hostile environment, and so are the Warriors. You know, they've, especially Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, they're used to hostile environments. They've played in a lot of hostile arenas over the years. They know what to expect. The crowd, particularly in reaction to Steve Kerr, I think is going to be quite unique, especially with everything that went on this summer. He knows what to expect. You know, he's someone who has faced a lot of criticism for a lot of reasons in his career. So I don't really anticipate them getting shaken up by the Boston crowd, but Boston crowd's serious. I know this. I'm from Boston, so you can never count them out.
Yeah, and Draymond just talked in there. Didn't say a ton, pretty subdued Draymond after last night, but I did find one thing he said interesting when I asked about what he saw from Jayson Tatum to start this year, and he said motivated. Here was his comments on that.
He's motivated. He's playing great basketball. He's motivated. He's living up to who he's supposed to be.
I find that interesting that he used that word, because that's the word that got tossed around Tatum a lot to start this year because of the Olympic situation. Draymond obviously on the other side of it playing under Kerr, and he said, yeah, he's motivated, but he's a close friend of Tatum's. They talk a lot, and maybe that's something that they've discussed here.
With motivation is tough. Defending a title is difficult, and finding motivation to do so is something that the Warriors have done in the past. It's something that doesn't come easily, and it's something that it seems like the Celtics have really wrapped their head around early on in this season. In terms of motivation, you know, Jayson Tatum's someone whose motivation has never really been in question. He's a very motivated player. His work ethic isn't an issue. He's a fantastic player. I don't know if motivation is quite the biggest factor in how he started the season. I think it's probably more about how many threes he's taking, how many pull-up threes, how accurate he's been from behind the three-point arc. And that's going to be a really, really important thing to watch tonight, and in terms of the Warriors defending the three-point line, in terms of how free they let Jayson Tatum get in the pull-up game.
And give us the gist on the Warriors. Steph Curry obviously back. I'm thrilled about that. I was worried with the injury there that we wouldn't see him for this one. Going double big. I like the Green, Trace Jackson-Davis combination. Buddy Hield has been great to start the year off their bench. A little bit of a six-man battle between him and Pritchard.
Yeah, the Warriors have started off really hot defensively. They made it a priority this offseason and throughout training camp, throughout the preseason. They really believe that their personnel is much better suited this season for locking up defensively, especially on the perimeter. They have a lot more guys who can stay in front of their man, who can pick up and ball pressure. They rank second in the league in defensive rating behind only Oklahoma City. So this should be a fun matchup between one of the best teams offensively and one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, and we'll have all the coverage here for CLNS Media, Celtics All Access, and of course post-game show right after the game, 7:30 tonight, Celtics Warriors. Follow along Danny Emerman, Mercury News, and find him on Twitter as well. I'm Bobby Manning. There's been a pregame edition of the Garden Report. Hey, Bobby Manning here. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed this video, so subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our social media platforms at Celtics CLNS.